Hello everyone and welcome to this Australian Broker panel discussion where we're holding a curtain raiser for the Australian Mortgage Awards in the category of Brokerage of the Year 6 to 20 staff, sponsored by non-bank Resimac. Today we'll be discussing the ins and outs of success for this particular size of brokerage and hearing from our nominees, who are all excellent examples of getting things right in this niche. We're privileged to have Liz Shorten, Business Development Manager for New South Wales and ACT at Resimac, to lead off. Hello, Liz.
Hi, how are you going? It's great to see so many familiar faces on the call today.
Nice to have you here. On the broker side, we have George Karam from BF Money.
Hi, and thanks for including me. It's really such a privilege. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Nathan Smith from Birdie Wealth.
Hi, Bennett. Thanks for having me on the call today. I'm interested to hear the other finalists answer for some of these questions. I think there'll be some really good insight.
Excellent, thank you. Katie Thomas, Focus Finance.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to being here. Like my peers have said there, I think there'll be some great answers today.
Great, thank you. Paul Frazis from George Capital Finance Solutions.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Laith Hanna from House of Finance.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot. Cheney Chen from Original Wealth.
Hi guys, nice to be meeting you guys and great to be here.
Sonia Lee from SC Brokers.
Morning, very happy to be here today. Hi everybody. I'm here in Brisbane. It's cold, super cold. Probably not as cold as Sydney and Melbourne, but I'm definitely getting the chill. Hope everybody has a great time today.
Thank you. And finally, Chris Raymond from Unconditional Finance.
Morning, Bennett, and really appreciate the invite this morning. And as Nathan said, really looking forward to everyone's answers and what the next hour will bring. So thank you again.
Okay, welcome to you all. To kick off, I'm going to ask Liz to talk about what success might look like for a brokerage with 6 to 20 staff and why this prize is important before we move over to our lucky nominees. Over to you, Liz.
Thanks, Bennett. Great to see everyone again. Resimac's proud to sponsor the Brokerage of the Year award for 6 to 20 staff with the Australian Mortgage Awards. This award is all about recognising the incredible achievements that brokers in that sweet spot. Big enough to have a strong team, yet small enough to stay agile and connected to the clients. For a brokerage of this size, success can take many forms. Building a strong, supportive culture where every team member plays a vital role. Achieving consistent growth without losing the personal touch, and embracing innovation to streamline processes, and delivering the kind of service that keeps customers coming back and referring their clients, their friends. That's why this category is so important. It shines a spotlight on businesses that not only are thriving commercially, but also leading with creativity, care, and a clear vision for the future. We're excited to celebrate the hard work, dedication, and passion that drives these brokerages to be the best in the business.
Excellent, thanks a lot. All right, so now everybody knows how the prize is going to be decided. Let's get into the questions. All right, so first question, and I'm going to ask George Karam from BF Money to lead off on this. What sets your brokerage apart in terms of growth and performance over the past year? And how have your team and systems contributed to achieving your loan volume and conversion goals?
So we've been actually building our systems and processes for quite a few years. We've had a consistent investment into the building of our own proprietary systems. And I think over the last year, we've really seen the reward of all of that work over the last few years. We've had a deep focus on trying to digitize and understand as much about our existing clients as we can. And so we've just been able to get a deeper understanding of of their needs, and we've just been trying to execute on more and more deals for the people that we know, rather than on like a broad client acquisition type of a strategy. And it seems to kind of, be paying off over the last 1 or 2 years.
Okay, great. Thanks for that. All right, Nathan Smith, can I get you to talk about what sets your brokerage apart?
I think all the businesses that are sitting around this 6 to 20 mark, efficiency is key with this size business. We have limitations on staff, but we're trying to write volume and trying to push volume through. So for us, what we found over the past 12 months is, earlier in the financial year, there's a lot of pressure on inflation. The cost to do business went up. The team wanted pay rises in line with what government employees were receiving. So all our costs were going up, but we couldn't increase the prices we were charging the lenders. So where does that margin come from? So the focus for us as a business and the challenge we set to our team was to step up. We challenged them all to upskill and to improve efficiencies in their process. And we tied their bonuses and income to improving their skills and improving their process rather than on settlement volumes. That's made the business far more efficient. And then leading into the new calendar year, we've had a big influx in volume of inquiry. And the time spent in improving process and efficiencies has now paid off coming into this second half of the financial year.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Okay, Katie from Focus Finance. What's your take here?
Thank you. I think for us, in terms of what sets us apart, and I think this is such a really perfect topic to talk about here. Our numbers have certainly been good, but everybody I'm sure sitting here has had sensational number. We've hit record volumes, but our approach really has been around the team. We have built the business to be team first and providing a home and a family for all of the team environment that we're really looking to facilitate and cultivate a sensational culture there. We spend an enormous amount of time on our team performance and self-reflection on what they're doing every day, and the supportive environment that they get within the business between each other, not just from a senior level, but from each other in there, has been able to give us such a brilliant outcome in what that looks like. If people are having a bad day, they're really enjoying coming to work, and it's such a good way to decompress. And that has facilitated just such an amazing day-to-day working environment for all of us. We certainly family first, but when I say family first, it sort of, to me, more feels like they're just an extended part of my family and me theirs. And we are so honest with each other around what that needs to look like to make that environment work beautifully. And I think if you care that much about what you're doing and where you're doing it, it then bleeds into everything else you're doing. They are so forthcoming with the things that we need to improve and be better. Does that need to be mindset? And how do we cultivate a brilliant mindset to get the best outcome? How do we reduce errors? How do we streamline approvals? How do we bring in better systems or people or growth or technology or automation? But being able to sit there as a round table as an entire team, 17 staff sitting there, and being able to freely table those ideas have been able to give us the best results in the past year, because we've been able to be very transparent with each other, I think.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Paul from George Capital Finance Solutions. How about you?
Yeah, thanks for that. So at George CFS, we work collaboratively as a team. We workshop most transactions together, especially the technical ones. So we make sure we obtain the best structured solutions for our clients. And our strategic approach is not just to have a view on the transaction itself, but we take a long-term view for our clients' needs and goals.
Excellent. Okay, thanks a lot. Leif, House of Finance.
Hi. For us as a business, this year we focus a lot on systemizing a lot of the things that we're doing manually, automations and a lot of these things. I've also done a lot of training for the staff that we have to get them up and running and make sure that they understand policies, procedures. and make sure that what they're looking at for things while serving these clients that are understanding the position the clients are in, understanding why we're going to these lenders to get the best results for these clients. And that's part of the journey we take them on to further develop them in order to become mortgage brokers into our business, to take that next level up and move to become brokers themselves. We're also very community-based clients when we focus on clients' needs and future loans. We always have regular meetings with our clients to talk about, what's their plans for the next 1 extra years, how they're going to, plan on achieve these things and how can they get there.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Chaney Chen, Original Wealth.
For last 2 years, our business increased about 50% each year, right? I think there are three main changes for us. The first one is a weekly sales meeting. During our weekly sales meeting, we invite BDMs from different lenders to provide updates to both broker and operation teams. And brokers also share the challenges in the loan scenario they are facing, and the team works together to resolve them. In addition, each broker presents their plans, submissions, and expected settlements for the coming week. Second one is I recommend each broker to meet minimum of referrals every week by maintaining strong and regular connections with accountant, real estate agent, or other referral partner, no matter what kind of ways. Maybe Zoom meeting, maybe have a coffee, or just have a quick call. All right. The last one is we structure our business so that brokers can dedicate more time to meeting clients and referrals and less time on paperwork. Our internal operation team assists the brokers by reviewing loan documents, handling data entry, and preparing compliant documents. This allows brokers to focus their energy on sales and building stronger client relationships. I think those three main things help our business grow a little bit. Yeah.
Sonia Lee, SC Brokers. What are your thoughts here?
So I think Nathan and Katie have mentioned it really well. Our business did feel the pressure, business pressure from a operating perspective. So improving efficiency is also what we did as well. And also with what Katie said, we are our business, we are very much like a family as well. So we try to be honest with each other. We have very engaging seminars and training sessions that we do as well. But I think what really sets us apart is in about 2022, from the traditional broker and assistant structure, we've introduced a BDM role to our business. We've kind of recognize that you need to be really well-rounded to be a successful broker. Like you need to be compassionate, you need to be thoughtful, you need to be honest. You also need to be very diligent with work. You need to be very, very smart with your calculations and submissions. So we've recognized that not everybody has all the traits. So we've introduced this BDM role that they introduce clients, liaise with clients, provide the emotional support, and answer basic queries about the loan. So from financial year 23 to 24, we've seen because of the introducing this new role, we've seen like double the volume, and from 24 to 25, we've seen a steady growth about 15%. And I think the key success here is recognizing that not everybody is good at doing everything. That we break it down into smaller tasks and we work together as a team, and therefore we can be more efficient.
Okay, thanks, Sonia. That's great. So final nominee is Chris Raymond, Unconditional Finance.
Thanks, Bennett. Last year was a really successful year for us. So at Unconditional Finance, we only added 2 additional staff members to our business, and our settlement volumes were up 43%. So one of the key things that we really looked at as a team, everybody was working on almost an individual basis for the client. So we actually better aligned our VA team offshore with our credit analyst team onshore and our mortgage brokers obviously onshore as well. So they all had a similar target and they're all working towards one common goal. It wasn't like the virtual assistant did their role and then, they passed it off and they said, my job's done now. So we're working a lot more closer in that sense. System improvements, we're always looking, we're very big on automation. So anywhere from a new lead coming into, calendar links being sent out automatically to, unconditionals, to missing documents, to post-settlement follow-ups as well. We've really sort of narrowed down and looked at that part of our business. So can we take more away from our team and obviously automate a lot more processes and team culture as well. So it is a stressful industry. Doing high volumes, it looks fun from the outside, but it does take a toll on the team and the staff. So we like to celebrate our wins, outside of work as well. We do a Super Bowl day, we do end of financial year, we celebrate birthdays, we do a Christmas party on the harbour and stuff like that. So I think really rewarding the team outside of the business has really allowed us to, obviously kick our settlement growth last year.
All right, on to question 2. All right, so for the brokers, can you walk us through your approach to lead generation and client retention and share how these strategies have impacted your business results and customer relationships? So in reverse order, this time I'll start off with Chris from Unconditional Finance.
Thanks, Bennett. We only have 3 key referral partners, and we've kept it that way on purpose. So we want to be, a little bit more dynamic. We don't want to be the biggest brokerage out there, but we want to, give the most value to our clients. So we obviously get a lot of referrals from our existing referral partners. But over the last sort of 12 or 18 month period, Bennett, we've really focused on our back book. And what I mean by that is we've got 2 VAs offshore that are really repricing everything every 6 months. And we've hired somebody internally now that is doing annual sort of borrowing capacity updates, valuation equity updates to our clients as well. And we found that hire alone has really transitioned our business from being probably a 70% referral, new referral business. It's actually switched. So when I started broking sort of 8 or 9 years ago, I used to hear all these brokers saying that, majority of their business comes from existing clients, but doing those touch points and doing them consistently and adding value post-settlement has allowed us last year. Obviously, we had that huge uplift in growth. We probably now get around 70% of our business from either existing clients or referrals from existing clients. So that's probably been the main thing. The other thing quickly, I know we're short of time, is we're starting to do a little bit of SEO work as well, which obviously is a little bit of a slow burn. And we've gone into SEO as a strategy, not to create leads, but to obviously get more brand awareness out there around our local market, because a lot of our clients are interstate and things like that. And that, I think in the last 6 months alone, we've got sort of 200 plus leads just with an SEO strategy. So probably those 2 key points are the ones. The SEO strategy and sort of focusing on our back book has really, really driven our lead referral process.
Great, thank you. All right, Cheney, Original Wealth. A few thoughts from you on this one.
Thank you. That's great. So for lead generation, right? Our lead generation operates through 2 main channels. The first one is each broker leverage their own networking and the customer resources and to bring in leads. And the second one, our dedicated marketing departments generate company-wide leads, which are then distributed to the brokers. For example, we're doing bit similar to other brokers as well. We do Facebook, Chinese social media like Red Notes, and Google SEO as well. And my personal lead also share my personal leads with my teams to ensure everyone has a strong opportunity to convert. Regarding to the client retention, we send fortnightly emails to keep clients updated with the mortgage news and the property insights. Our client service team also contacts each client annually to provide a rate review and a free property report. Plus, we present a small gift to our clients after the settlements, adding a personal touch with strengthening the relationship and builds the long-term loyalty. So Yeah, about 20% of our new clients come directly from the client referrals. So for us, word of mouth is the most effective from the marketing. So not only save the time, and also it's more easier for us to build the trust. Yeah, thanks.
All right, Laith, House of Finance. What are your thoughts here?
We mainly focus on building very strong relationship with all our clients, and through that we tend to get a lot of the repeat business through them, and as well as referrals from their family and friends that they come across. So majority of our business come from word of mouth sort of thing, and we always our main focus is to be with them every step of the way through their journey, whether they're buying the first property, the second, or the third. That way we build loyalty, and we get these clients to always, refer all of their family and friends and stick with us long term.
Okay, thanks a lot. Katie, Thomas, Focus Finance.
Thank you. So I think from our lead generation perspective, the business generates all leads for all brokers within the team. The important part of that lead generation is really aligning the right client with the right broker so that the relationship that's built off the back of that is successful on both sides. The broker continually feels supported with the right match of client to the level of their skill set. And the offside of that means that the client then has a sensational outcome because of the level of skill that they've been able to receive. So the relationships on all fronts there are absolutely brilliant. The lead generation is such a hugely important part, obviously, of any business, but we really feel that being able to have such genuine organic relationships in there that there is no marketing from our side there. We don't do very much on social media at all, actually, which is just something that we may look into in the future, but currently we haven't done anything from that perspective. We've really only lent on relationships that we've held for a very long time of other businesses. And off the back of that, once you do have a larger book, it is self-propagating. So within the version of our business, it is very much continuing those relationships that we hold, the self-propagation of the book, and making sure the alignment suits both broker and client. That then moves into our back-end support team. So onshore, we have a settlement team that is then our portfolio management team. They build out a relationship post unconditional approval. They follow that client through every step of the way post uncon. So that whole team there manages those relationships, monitors portfolios, monitors clients and rate. If a client is then ready to be reintroduced back to the broker, that team will then allow it. But they are being hand-held through every part of the journey that is there, from a loan perspective, internet banking, bank, whatever is difficult there for the client. They have a point of contact every single step of the way that doesn't then take away from the broker resources either. So they have a dedicated role in that. And the support on both sides, again, for our broker team, makes sure that they can continue doing what they do very well, and the client never feels that lack of support.
Thanks a lot. Okay, moving on to question 3. So how do you ensure high standards in customer service, broker training, and stakeholder engagement? What feedback have you received from clients or industry partners that demonstrates your brokerage's value? So maybe just this one, quite a brief answer if you could. So starting off in random order, let's go with Sonia first, SC Brokers.
So we also have very weekly sales meetings and very regular broker training sessions, as well as lender updates. And we have a bi-weekly experience share session as well, because we have BDMs, brokers, and referral partners. So that's when we and every year we try to have one or two new staff. I think bringing new staff into the business. They're usually young and enthusiastic. They're vibrant, but they are lacking a lot of experience. So that's really good. The weekly, bi-weekly experience share is really good for the young young people in the industry. We have 190 reviews and at a score of 4.0. So we also give post-settlement gifts to our clients as well. And very well, SC Brokers has a very well established name in the Asian and the Brisbane Asian community. So I think I've had one client that's referred to us by his accountant, by his real estate agent. He also found me on Little Red Book. So I think that's a sign that we've done our marketing very well. That no matter who they approach in their within their comfort zone, or they always come back to us. Yeah.
Great. Okay, Nathan, Birdie Wealth, what's your take on this one?
Look, for us, I have one-on-one training with the team every 3 weeks. So the chance to chat with me individually. We can hear if there's any issues up or down the chain that need to be addressed, and making sure that they feel that they're competent in their role. All the goals that are set for them as an individual are set by them. So all we're doing is holding them accountable to the standards that they've come up with and set for themselves. My role now is to make sure that everybody else in the team is successful. So if I can make them successful, Birdie will be successful. As far as what we do from an industry perspective to make sure that we're adding value is I'm talking to aggregators, business partners, and also consultants coming in to audit and review the business externally, seeing are there any gaps in the business that I'm missing, being so close into the business that they can assist with, and getting feedback externally on what we can do better as a business to help improve our process or improve our position.
Great, thanks a lot. Okay, Paul, GCFS.
So we have an absolute focus on customer service at George CFS. We assist our clients throughout the whole journey. We also take a team approach with every transaction, and we always give each other feedback, whether it's good feedback or constructive feedback, but we always give each other feedback and we grow from it. And we always act on it. We have weekly sales meetings as well as a team, but we also have fortnightly training sessions. So we all sit together and we might bring in a guest from a different lender or whatever it might be, training the home loan guys into like commercial lending or perhaps vice versa. So we have those fortnightly training sessions as well. The number one satisfaction for us is the clients referring their family, friends, and their colleagues to us. So that just proves that we've done a good job for our clients, and that's the number one satisfaction. And basically the feedback consistently has been from our clients that we're responsive. We have the ability to secure complex deals that others can't, and industry partners recognize that ability. So that's us.
Great, good thoughts there. Okay, George, BF Money.
So our approach is built around communication and around with the solutioning. And so for each of the transactions, we will build a deal team. And while one person may have kind of the carriage of with the transaction at certain points, we've built in different times when we have to stop and with the triage as a team. And the idea there is that the collective know more than the individual. And it's a way kind of, like that. We check in, we just make sure nothing's been missed, other insights if we can open other doors. And they usually will have senior and kind of less senior people that we build the deal team around. And those kind of the triage points, they're built into the process. And then we also have with the communication piece. So for us, if our phones are actually ringing a lot, then we're doing something wrong. And so we need to get onto the front foot in terms of making sure that the clients are always they're updated, they've got the knowledge, and that we're managing that expectation. And so we do a lot of work around actually seeing how many times we've been called on that a transaction rather than rather than the times like that we should be ringing out on like that a transaction. And I think over time you build the culture, you know, in that over communication is better than under communication. And then, you know, like we've got different people that know a lot about different asset classes. And by having like a deal team around it, and it normally involves someone that knows a lot about an asset class and somebody that knows something about other asset classes. And so you get that kind of the cross knowledge and, you know, the pollination that over time then everyone knows a lot about a lot of things rather than, you know, someone knows a lot about something. And that's just been, I don't know, it's kind of the culture and the way that we just approach kind of the customer and the customer's service, so to speak.
Great. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for everybody, actually, for your illuminating insights. And good luck on the big night at the AMAs. To wrap it all up and put a bow on it, let's hear what Liz's take is on what she's looking forward to the most on October 17.
Yeah, thanks. Well, other than presenting this award, I'm most looking forward to catching up with all the brokers and celebrating their success. Congratulations to all of you for your achievements. It was great to hear all your stories as well and the success that you guys are having currently.
All right, so that concludes this Australian Broker panel featuring Resimac and AMA nominees for Brokerage of the Year 6 to 20 staff. Thanks to George Karam, BF Money, Nathan Smith, Birdie Wealth, Katie Thomas, Focus Finance, Paul Frazis, George Capital Finance Solutions, Leithana House of Finance, Cheney Chen, Original Wealth, Sonia Lee, SC Brokers, Chris Raymond, Unconditional Finance, and Liz Shorten, of course, Resimac. Thanks for watching Australian Broker TV. Bye for now.